Mastering virtual interviews. A significant challenge in the pursuit of your next job. To excel in the modern hiring landscape, a job candidate must recognize that a virtual interview is not simply a remote version of a traditional meeting, but a distinct digital performance that requires its own unique set of competencies. Beyond just answering questions, you are responsible for managing a mini production that includes your lighting, audio quality, and a stable internet connection, all of which reflect your professional reliability. You must understand that recruiters are increasingly looking for digital fluency, which means navigating platforms like Zoom, Teams, or specialized AI-driven video tools with ease and grace. It is also essential to realize that nonverbal communication is compressed into a small frame, making your facial expressions and intentional eye contact with the camera lens, not the screen, vital for building rapport. Furthermore, many companies now use asynchronous or one-way video interviews as a first-round filter, requiring you to be comfortable speaking to a prompt without a live human being on the other side. Understanding these technical and psychological layers is the first step toward transforming a potential digital barrier into a platform for your success. The most immediate difference between virtual and traditional interviews is the environment and the sensory cues available to both parties. In a traditional setting, you can rely on the vibe of the office, the firm handshake, and full body language to convey confidence and fit. However, virtual interviews strip away these physical elements, forcing you to rely almost entirely on your vocal tonality and a limited field of vision to project your personality. In a physical office, the employer controls the atmosphere, whereas in a virtual interview, the candidate is the host of their own environment, making any background clutter or interruptions a direct reflection of their personal organization. This shift places a higher premium on your ability to create a professional sanctuary that mimics the gravitas of a corporate boardroom from within your own home. Additionally, the pace and structure of virtual interviews have evolved to be far more data-driven and potentially assisted by artificial intelligence. While traditional interviews often allowed for organic, winding conversations, virtual formats have become increasingly more structured and time-bound to prevent Zoom fatigue for hiring managers. You may also encounter AI-assisted screening tools that analyze your word choice, pacing, and even micro-expressions in real time to assess your soft skills. Traditional interviews are also limited by geography, but the virtual format means you are often competing against a global talent pool, raising the bar for how uniquely you must brand yourself. Consequently, the social buffer of a physical meeting is gone. You must be prepared to deliver high-impact, concise answers immediately, without the benefit of a long walk to the conference room to settle your nerves. Mastering the virtual interview begins long before the camera turns on, starting with a rigorous tech rehearsal to eliminate any possibility of failure. You should test your hardware and software at least 24 hours in advance, ensuring your microphone is crisp and your camera is positioned at eye level to avoid an unflattering upward angle. Lighting is equally critical. You want a soft light source facing you rather than behind you to avoid looking like a silhouette in a witness protection program. Beyond the tech, you should curate a neutral, professional background that minimizes distractions and keeps the focus entirely on your responses. It is also wise to have a plan B, such as a secondary device or a hotspot in case your primary internet connection decides to falter at the worst possible moment. Finally, notify anyone in your household of your quiet hours to ensure that a wandering pet or a noisy appliance doesn't shatter the professional atmosphere you've worked hard to build. Once the technical foundation is set, you must adapt your communication style to bridge the digital divide and create a genuine human connection. Because you cannot look your interviewer in the eye physically, you must train yourself to look directly into the camera lens while speaking, which simulates eye contact for the person on the other end.
Your energy levels should be slightly higher than they would be in person. Think of it as a 10% boost in enthusiasm to compensate for the flattening effect of the screen. Use the STAR method to keep your stories structured and concise, as rambling is much more noticeable and draining in a video format. Active listening is also key. Use frequent nods and verbal affirmations like, I see, or that's a great question, to show you're engaged despite the physical distance. Remember to pause briefly after the interviewer finishes speaking to account for any potential lag, ensuring you don't accidentally cut them off. The final stage of mastery involves leveraging the unique advantages of the virtual format while maintaining total authenticity. One of the best perks of a virtual interview is the cheat sheet advantage. You can place small post-it notes around your monitor with key talking points, company values, or questions you want to ask. However, these must be used sparingly so you don't look like you're reading a script. They should serve as quick mental anchors rather than a teleprompter. You should also dress fully in professional attire, from head to toe, because while they might only see your shoulders, the psychological boost of being fully dressed for work will significantly improve your posture and mindset. After the interview, don't forget the digital follow-up. A personalized thank you email sent within a few hours can reinforce the connection you made on screen. By combining technical precision with elevated interpersonal skills, you turn the virtual interview into a powerful tool that showcases your adaptability and modern professional edge. For more informative videos about employment-related matters, including emerging trends in the employment sector and employee-focused legal matters, we welcome you to subscribe to this channel and visit our website for employees. Thank you.